In our order of operations activity today, I'm reminding you of the new format that we use. Instead of PEMDAS, it's more of a GIMDAS, which actually is a thing, by the way. I can probably find something for you to prove it. Anyhow, remember grouping symbols first. And there are different kinds of grouping symbols besides just parentheses. Look really carefully at those. You see? There are parentheses, there are brackets, there's that kind of modified form of parentheses, there's absolute value, and there's the fraction bar. Those are all different types of grouping. Today, we will work with brackets in addition to parentheses. I want you to see how you handle it when you have an expression with brackets and parentheses. You won't have brackets unless you also have parentheses. Let's start with number 4. They didn't really give you room to write all these, to do all of your work in that blank. So I'm giving myself a little pad. You may want to, I would suggest that you get some notebook paper and just number your notebook paper down the side and show your work there. For the sake of this video, because I can fit this on the screen, I'm using a little pad. Here's how I like to do this. This bracket is your very first thing. It precedes that. This is what you want to get rid of first. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this whole bracket right here and I'm going to rewrite it here. And I'm not going to worry about the rest of the problem. I'm going to find the value of what's inside the bracket first. So here's what I have now. So within this bracket, I have parentheses. So I'll do the parentheses first. Within this set of parentheses, I've got 2 operations. I have an exponent and I have subtraction. We do exponents before subtraction. 6 to the 3rd power is, let's think, 6 squared is 36. So we have 36 times 6, is it 264? Remember, 6 times 6, 36. 6 times 3 is 18, 19, 20, 21. Oh, 216. Okay, so I'm going to rewrite this. 1 plus, now I keep these parentheses because I still have that operation inside. 216 minus 8. The next thing I do is get rid of that operation. So I end up with 1 plus 216 minus 8. 16 minus 8 is 8. So that would be 208. 1 plus 208 is 209. So that is my bracket. Everything inside of the bracket is 209. So I'm going to come over here and rewrite my problem because I know this is now 209. So I will rewrite what I have. 209 times 2 squared minus 9. There we go. Now I can focus on this. Once again, we have 2 different operations inside the parentheses. We have exponent and subtraction. We do exponent first. So 2 squared is 4. So let me rewrite what I have. 209 times, this is 4, minus 9. It's going to be a negative. All right, so now let me perform that. 4 minus 9 is negative 5. So that gives me 209 times negative 5. I am putting my negative in parentheses because I always like to put my negative integers in parentheses when I'm doing algebra. 209 times negative 5. Yeah, I don't know that off the top of my head. I'm going to go back over here. 209 times 5, 45, 10. All right, so the value is negative 1,045. So now I can come over here and write my final answer, 1,045. If you use notebook paper, and you do all your work, it's fine if you just staple it to this and don't even write your answer on here. As long as you show all your work and put your answer at the bottom, that's fine. But I need to see your answer very clearly. That's all that matters. So that was number 4. Let's see. Yeah, this is not how you should do each individual problem, each one on a little piece of scrap paper. You should do it on notebook paper. So let's go to number 6. So 6 is pretty simple. You've just got 2 sets of parentheses. So basically, you can do them both together. I like to do these. I know that inside each there are 2 operations. You do exponent first. 6 squared is 36. 7 squared is 49. So I have 9 plus 36 times 5 plus 49 minus 9. So now I will just solve the operations inside the parentheses. There's only 1 in each now. 9 plus 36 is 45 times 5 plus 49 is 54 minus 9. This is lovely. Got some serious computation going today. So I do multiplication first. I will need to write this one out. I'm going to come over here. 45 times 54. 4 times 5 is 20. 4 times 4 is 16. 18. Erase my little 2. 5 times 5 is 20. Oh, I need another 2 anyway. 5 times 4 is 20 plus 2. So when I learned math, I learned that you just leave that blank, which doesn't make a lot of sense. It's better to put a 0. But I teach it where you put a 0. It's easier to see that you're lining it up that way. But that's not how I was taught. And so my habit is what I was taught, what I did for many years. And I still do when I'm not teaching, because that's what comes naturally for me. So 0 plus 0 is 0. 8 plus 3 is 13. 2 plus 1 is 4. So 2,430. 2,430 minus 9. Well, I know that 30 minus 9 is 21. So that gives me 2,421. The answer for number 6 is 2,421. Take a moment and make sure that your work matches mine. Since I did all of that, you don't necessarily have to do that. I want to see these steps. On the others that require, that you write out the steps, that you've got to actually do the computation, because you can't do it in your head like this. I need to see your work. However, since I'm doing this one, You don't have to do that. You do have to do these. All right, 2,421. Let me write that down. 2,421 is number 6. Let's move down to number 8. I like these, actually. All right, so number 8. Since I have brackets, I'm going to take my brackets and I'm just going to do them first. It's just easier than, if you keep writing the same problem over and over again after every step, you end up writing that over and over and over again. So I just prefer to just do that first and then come back to my original expression. So we'll start with what's inside the brackets. 12 minus 4 plus 2 squared brackets. I need to write a little lower. Inside my brackets, I have parentheses. This is where I will start. We have 2 operations. We do exponents before addition. 2 squared is 4. So I'm going to write 12 minus 4 plus 4. I keep these parentheses because there's still an operation inside. I can't get rid of them until I get rid of all the operations. So now I have to add. 12 minus, now I can get rid of them. 4 plus 4 is 8. 12 minus 8 is 4. So the value of all these brackets is 4. So now I'll come over here. Oh, this one's nice and easy. I'm left with 4 times 2. 8. The value of number 8 is 8. Right here. So you've got the rest on your own. There are none of them that should surprise you. I think I did a sample of each type, so I think you got this.